Hello everybody, Frankly FM84 here. I'm back today with another video for the FM connection. I'm going to be doing something slightly different to what we've done before. Today we're going to start a series that looks at profiling leagues that you may never have considered managing in before. Everybody loves loading up FM, put on all of the usual leagues, the Italian, the French, English, Spanish. But what about those tiny little nations, or in this case some big nations that have footballing pyramids that you may not have ever looked at or ever considered managing in? Today I'm going to be looking at one of those nations, and the nation in question is Australia, and they are home of the Australian A-League. So let's jump into game and show you what the A-League has to offer. Here we are then, jumping into the game. We have started up a brand new save with just the Isuzu Ute A-League loaded. The purpose of the video is to just go through every single team. We are going to give you a preview of their facilities, their finances, their key players, and also any history that the club might have. The real purpose of the video, though, is for you to have a look at the clubs and decide, I like the look of MacArthur FC. I can go in, manage them. I know what they're about already, and they might make an interesting addition to your FM22 experience. So we are just going to start at the top with Adelaide United. We are going to run all the way through down to Western United, and we are going to showcase what the Isuzu Ute A-League is all about. The first team on the list then that we are going to be taking a look at is Adelaide United. Let's jump on in and see what they are about. So they are a professional team that was founded in 2003. They have a 2.5-star reputation with okay finances. We look at the finances tab, it shows that they have a bank balance of 1.5 million, a value of £1 million, average wage of £600, wage bill of £34,000, salary per annum of £1.7 million. In terms of facilities, their training facilities are 2.5 stars, their youth facilities are 2.5 stars, junior coaching is a star, youth recruitment is 2.5 stars too. Their current manager, before you were to take over, is Carl Vert. He likes to play a 4-3-3 DM wide. Club captain is Stephen Mauk. He's a 25-year-old Australian who plays as a midfielder or attacking midfielder centre. Their vice captain is Ben Halloran. He is a 29-year-old Australian who can play as a right winger, a left winger, or can play as a central midfielder. Their key player is Javi Lopez. He is a Spaniard, 35 years old. Let's have a look at his career stats. He has come to them from Espanyol, so plenty of experience in Europe. And you can see why he is their key player. And their one to watch, their young gun who is coming through, is Mohamed Toure. He is a 17-year-old who has a contract till 2022, so you might need to look into extending that pretty much straight away. But he's the one that they are pinning their hopes on for the future. In terms of their successes, you can see they have had one Isuzu Ute A-League finals, they have won the regular season twice, they have won 3 Westfield FFA Cups, and they have won 2 Australian pre-season cups. So that's a little look there at Adelaide United. That's the format that we are going to go down. So let's go back and have another look at another team. We have got Brisbane Roar up next. So they are founded in 2005. They are also professional. They are a 2.5-star reputation team too. Their finances read okay, but you can see that they have 566,000 as a bank balance. Their value is £1 million. Average wage is 600. Their wage bill is 31,500. Their salary per annum is £1.6 million. Looking at their facilities, they have 2.5-star training facility, 2.5-star youth facility, 1.5-star junior coaching, and they have 5-star potential for youth recruitment. I think that is potential, so it's adequate recruitment when you hover over it, but no 4 stars yet. But I think that they could be one to watch in the A-League for that. Their current manager is Warren Moon. He's 39 years old. He plays a 4-2-3-1 wide with the current team the way they are, and their players, key players, are Tom Aldred. He's club captain. He's a 31-year-old Scottish player. He plays as a defender centre, he does. Then you have got no vice captain at the club currently. Key player is Matty Steinman. He is a midfielder or attacking midfielder in the centre, 26 years old. He is a German. Where has he come from? So he has been around a little bit, maybe made his name at Hamburger, and then moved on to Wellington Phoenix, went to East Bengal, and then back to Brisbane Roar. So a bit of a journeyman player there. And then their top prospect is Luke Ivanovic. He's a 21-year-old Australian, capped at under 23 level. And you can see that he has some good potential there. They are the ones that they will be pinning their hopes on in terms of the future. For them, they have had 3 Isuzu Ute final series. They've won that 3 times. They have won the regular season twice. The next team on the list is the Central Coast Mariners. They were founded in 2004. They are a professional team and they have a 2.5-star rating. Also, their finances read okay, and when you look at them, £764,050 in the bank balance, £1 million in value, £650 for the average wage, £32,500 for the wage bill, and a 1.6 million salary per annum. Their current manager is Nick Montgomery. But first, let's have a look at their facilities. So they have a 3.5-star training facility, a 3.5-star youth facility, a 2-star junior coaching, and a 3-star youth recruitment. So these are one of the better set up teams in the A-League. Looking at their key players, Matt Simon is their captain. He's a 35-year-old Australian striker. They have no vice captain, but they have Nikolai Muller. He's a 34-year-old German. Can play on the right or the left or through the centre. He's their key player. When we look at his stats, again, another player who come from Hamburg, Mainz, grew at Firth. He'd been at Western Sydney Wanderers, so moved around in the A-League as well as in Europe, so vastly experienced player there. Their top prospect is actually a regen. His name is Mark Diaz. He's an 18-year-old Australian with a contract till 2022. So he's the one that they will be pinning their hopes on for the future, hopefully getting them some goals. In terms of the trophies they've won, so they've won the final series once, they've won the regular season once, and they have won the Australian Pre-Season Cup once. Going back, let's look at the next team, and it's Macarthur FC. So they were founded in 2018, a relatively new team, only around for 4 years. Professional status, 2.5-star reputation with okay finances. They have one of the better bank balances so far, 2.9 in the bank, 1.005 million in terms of value, and an average wage of £825, wage bill of £43,500, salary per annum is £2.2 million. So they are one of the more expensive teams in terms of their salary per annum, and their bank balance reflects that. So they're a team that must have come along and become a powerhouse quite quickly in the A-League. You can see they have 3-star training facilities, they have 2-star youth facilities, 1.5-star junior coaching, and a 2.5-star recruitment. Their manager, if you don't choose to take over, is Ante Milicic. He is a 47-year-old Australian, plays 4-3-2-1 narrow. They don't have a captain or a vice captain, so you'll get to pick those yourself. Their key player is Ulysses De Villa. He is a 30-year-old Mexican. Where has he been throughout his career? So he has played for Wellington Phoenix, Santos Laguna in Mexico. He had a spell in Portugal and Spain, bouncing around a little bit. Played for Vitesse. Went to Chelsea at one point in the Premier League. So certainly a bit of a journeyman player and has found his way to the A-League. And then their bright prospect is Al Hassan Toure. He's a 21-year-old Australian, capped at under 23 level, and he's got a contract till 2022 again, so he will be one that you'll need to renew pretty quickly. He's their shining hope. In terms of their trophy cabinet, it is completely empty. It is something that you can go in and start to develop as you take the job on. Next up is Melbourne City. These are a team obviously affiliated with Manchester City. You can see by their branding, by their logo, and probably by a few of their players who are interchanged with Manchester City. But they were formed in 2009. They're a professional status club with a 3-star reputation. Their finances are okay. They have a bank balance of 4.6 million, a value of £1 million. Average wage is £825. Average wage, no, the wage bill is £47,000. Salary per annum is £2.4 million. They have some cool kits as well, don't they? That away kit is odd, but it's cool. Looking at their training facilities, so this is where everything gets state of the art because of their link ups with Manchester City. They have a 4.5-star training facility, 4.5-star youth facility, a 2-star junior coaching, 3-star youth recruitment. Their manager, if you choose to take over, it will be yourself, but Patrick Kisnorbo is their current manager. He plays a 4-3-1-2 narrow. Their club captain is Scott Jameson. He is a 32-year-old Australian. They have no vice captain. Matthew Leckie is their key player. He's a vital player for Australia as well in terms of their national team. He's now 30 years old. Their bright star, their prospect, is Marco Tilio. He is a 20-year-old who is capped at under 23 level for Australia, and one that they obviously think is going to go on to big things at Melbourne City. On to the next team then. We've got Melbourne Victory. They are a team that were formed in 2004. They are professional. They have 3-star as reputation. Their finances are okay. Their bank balance is 3.8 million. Their value is £1 million. Their average wage is £775. Their wage bill is £41,000. Their salary per annum is £2.1 million. This is a team with a little bit more history than their city counterparts. They have a 3.5-star training facilities, 3-star youth facilities, half-star junior coaching, 3-star youth recruitment. Their current manager is Tony Popovich, who prefers to play a 4-2-3-1 wide. They have no club captain, no vice captain. Their key player is Francesco Margiotta. He is a striker or attacking midfielder in the centre. And looking at him, he has played for Chievo Verona, Luzerne, Juventus at some points, Monza. So another journeyman player that has found his way to the Australian A-League, and obviously is held in high regards there. Their top prospect is a regen. He's from New Zealand. He's 18 years old, and he's contracted until 2024, so no need to be renewing there. He's a player who looks like he could be developed for the first team pretty quickly. Ravi Mukherjee was his name. So looking at their trophies won, they have won 4 final series, 3 regular series, 1 Westfield Cup, 1 Australian pre-season cup. So an interesting prospect across the city there for Melbourne. I did realise that we forgot to show you Melbourne's trophy cabinet. So 1 final series, 1 regular series, and 1 FFA Cup for Melbourne City, just to fill that blank in there. The next team is the Newcastle Jets. They are a 2.5-star team who are professional, founded in 2000, so one of the older teams that we have come across. Their training facilities, 3-star, youth facilities, 2-star, junior coaching, 2-star, youth recruitment, 2-star. In terms of their finances, $730,000 in the bank. Average wage is £650, $29,500 for their wage bill, and a £1.5 million salary per annum. They have no club captain, no vice captain. They have Olivier Boumal as their key player. He is a 32-year-old Cameroonian. Has he played in Europe? He started off at St Etienne, went to Greece, played in Romania, back to Greece for Panathinaikos. Then he's played in China, Japan, Georgia, before finally ending up in Australia. Looking at their key prospect, Angus Thurgate. He is a 21-year-old Australian who is capped at under 23 level. His contract runs until 2023. Can play in a number of key attacking positions there, so one that they are holding out hope for to become a big thing at the club. In terms of their trophy cabinet, they have 1 Finals League victory to their name. Moving on, Perth Glory. These again are another old school team, 1996 founded, professional status, 2.5-star reputation. Their finances are okay. Bank balance is $770,000. Their value is $1 million. Average wage is $1,100, so that's a big average wage compared to some of the other teams. The wage bill is $54,000. The salary per annum is £2.7 million. Richard Garcia is their current manager. In terms of their facilities, 3-star training, 1-star youth, 2-star junior coaching, and a 4-star potential youth recruitment system at Perth Glory. They have no captain or vice captain. Their key player, which I presume explains the average wage being so high, is Daniel Sturridge. £16,000 a week he's paid until 2022. 32-year-old English player, obviously Liverpool, Chelsea and West Bromwich Albion, just to give them a shout in there. On loan, Bolton, Chelsea, Man City, and then he had his little trip to Turkey before Perth Glory. Trick there is going to be keeping him fit because, as we all know from the real world, his injury proneness must be about 18 or 19. Onto their top prospect, Pacific Neon Gabire. He is a 21-year-old Australian. He's contracted till 2022. He plays as a striker or a left winger, and he's one that they will pin their hopes on for the future. On to the next club, Sydney FC, a team that was formed in 2004. They have a professional status with a 3-star reputation. Their training facilities are 3 stars. Their youth facilities are 3 stars. Junior coaching is 2 stars. Youth recruitment is 4 stars. So that's interesting. Their finances, they have a bank balance of £2.9 million. Value of £1 million. Average wage is £900. Wage bill is £55,000. The salary per annum is £2.8 million. Their manager is Steve Corica. He's 48-year-old Australian. 4-4-2 is preferred formation. Alex Wilkinson is the club captain. He is a 37-year-old Australian. Plays as a centre-back. We have no vice captain at this club. Milos Ninkovic is a Serbian 36-year-old as key player. Let's have a little look at his career. So Dynamo Kiev, Sydney FC, he's been at the club for quite a long time, also played in France and Serbia. And then their bright prospect is Patrick Wood. He's a 17-year-old Australian capped at under 23 level who has a magnificent moustache. His contract runs until 2023, so no need to rush out and renew that straight away. In terms of their trophies won, they have Club World Championship Qualification Cup, so they've won that once. They've won 5 final series, 4 regular series, 1 OFC Champions League, and 1 Westfield Cup. So they are a major player in Australian football, it seems. Going back, Wellington Phoenix, these are the anomaly. These are the ones that play in New Zealand. Obviously, all the players in FM who like to have a challenge, all the managers who want to go and manage a club that doesn't even play in the country that the league is registered in, this is the one. Crazily, this would be an absolutely fantastic challenge. They are financially strapped, but when you look at the club over at the training facilities, that is where we are going to start to see some interesting stuff. So, founded in 2007, professional status, reputation of 2.5 stars, bank balance of 1.1 million, average wage is £325. Average wage bill is £26,500. The salary per annum is £1.3 million. But this is where it gets interesting. They have 3.5-star training facilities, 3.5-star youth facilities, 2.5-star coaching, and a 4.5-star youth recruitment. Their current manager is Ufuk Tele. He is 45-year-old Australian. He plays 4-4-2 as his preferred formation. Strange enough, they have no captain at the club. They do have a vice captain who is Alex Rufa. He is a 25-year-old New Zealander. They have as key player Gary Hooper. He is an Englishman, 33 years old. Let's see where his career has taken him. So, lower league teams in England before I moved to Celtic after he played for Scunthorpe, Norwich, Sheffield Wednesday, Wellington Phoenix, with a little trip to India in between. Interesting player to end up in New Zealand. And their top prospect is Alex Bowkett. He's a 16-year-old New Zealand national who has no international experience at any level. No trophies here, no honours won, so a full empty trophy cabinet for you to fill up if you choose to take that challenge. 2 teams left to go then. Western Sydney Warriors up next. Formed in 2012, professional status, a 3-star reputation club. They have finances of okay, which are 2.4 million in the bank. They have average wage of £1,000. Their wage bill is 48,500. Salary per annum is 2.5 million. In terms of their training facilities, they've got 4 stars. Youth facilities 4 stars, junior coaching 5-star potential, and youth recruitment is 5 stars. So these are a team where if you want to go and build a team from their youth recruitment, it seems like this is the place to come in Australia. Their manager is Carl Robinson. He's Welsh. He has been manager of New York Red Bulls, Toronto FC, Norwich, Sunderland. So a vastly experienced manager who has been around the English leagues. His preferred formation is 4-2-3-1 wide. And then their key players, they have Rhys Williams as captain. He is a 33-year-old Australian who plays as centre-back or through the central midfield positions. You have no vice-captain, James Troisi. He is a 33-year-old Australian who plays as an attacking midfielder or midfielder, either on the sides or through the middle. We have Alessandro Lopan as their high hope player, their young prospect that they're going to look to in the future. He's 17 years old, capped at under-19 level for Australia, and his contract runs until 2022. In terms of trophies they have won the AFC Champions League once. They have won 1 regular season in the Isuzu Ute A-League. On to the last team then, and wrapping this one up, is Wellington United. They are a relatively new team. 2018 they were formed, professional team with 2.5 stars. Their finances are secure. They have £5.3 million in the bank. So if you're a manager who likes to go and try and get money off of the board, this is the team for you maybe. They have an average wage of £825. They have a wage bill of $45,500, and their salary per annum is 2.3 million. In terms of their facilities, they have 3-star training, 2.5-star youth, 1-star junior coaching, 2-star youth recruitment. Their manager is John Aloisi, former Coventry City striker. Their club captain is Alessandro Diamanti. He's a 38-year-old Italian who has been around the block. They've no vice captain. Their key player is Rene Crean. He is a 31-year-old Slovenian. Contract runs out in 2022, but can play through the middle of the park. Will be an essential player to get him playing. And then their top prospect is Sebastian Pasquale. He is a 21-year-old Australian who's capped at under 23 level. Can play as an attacking midfielder centre or a midfielder centre as well. In terms of their trophies, they are a relatively new team, so again they have won nothing. They have a big hole there for you to fill, and that is the roundup of the clubs in the Australian Isuzu Ute A-League. That then was a roundup of the Australian A-League. There are some interesting teams in here, whether it's Wellington Phoenix, who don't play in Australia, play across the water in New Zealand, or whether it's a youth development save that you want. There are some teams with some really good facilities out there. There are teams with bigger bank balances. There are teams with smaller bank balances. The Australian A-League can provide you with any kind of challenge that you are looking for. Right then, if you're at this point of the video and you've enjoyed today's video, why not drop a like, subscribe and the notification bell here on the FM Connection. It'll keep you up to date with everything going on the channel. You won't miss another video, whether it be hints, tips, wonder kids, tactics, all these kinds of guides to show you all of everything that is available in Football Manager 2022. We will be having that right here on the channel. First though, before I go, if you've got any of these that you want me to preview, if you've got a league that you think, oh, I wouldn't mind managing such and such a club, but I don't know what the league's like, drop them in the comment section down below, and we'll try and get as many of these done as we can. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. A big thank you for watching, and stay tuned to everything that happens on the FM Connection.